Hi, Taurus, and welcome to your Venus love reading. This particular reading will cover the time frame of September 14th through October 7th. So Venus is also the ruler of your sign. However, it rules Libra as well, and she is about to move into the house of Libra on September 14th, okay? I am recording this love reading between September 13th into September 14th because where I live in the world, that's the moon, this Pisces full moon peaks at just a little bit after midnight. So I wanted to record these Venus love reads under this beautiful Pisces full moon energy. Anyways, listen, Taurus, Venus moves in to Libra, okay? And Mercury also moves into Libra. So heart and mind now wanting to become in sync, in balance with each other, have the same desire, okay? Also, Venus, the divine feminine, reclaimed her power in the sixth house, grew very strong and independent within herself, okay? And I'm just talking about divine feminine and masculine energies that exist within every man and woman, okay? Solar, sacral chakra, I'm not talking about female or a male, I'm talking about energy right now. Okay, and now that the divine feminine has grown strong and empowered, she's moving in to the house of Libra before Mars, the divine masculine, where she's been following him all this time. Now she's going to start leading him. Okay, divine masculine Mars meets Venus in that seventh house on October 4th. Okay, so it is a reunion of the celestial lovers. They will be there for 4 days together. Okay, Mercury sitting there, happening, just a couple days after this Libra new moon on the 28th of September. Okay, so Taurus, it is all about communication, healing, especially new romances. Okay, so those of you who are single will probably get way more out of this than anybody else because this is definitely the time of like new romance or deep strengthening of existing connections that are committed and already have roots. Okay, so let's pull some cards for you guys, Taurus, and just get the main vibes going on. All right, we have mutual attraction. Love that, right? Because sometimes you could have 500 offers and you're not filling any of them, right? Okay. Unrequited attraction. That's funny, Spirit. All right. And in between, jealousy. All right. So, Taurus, this is what I feel is going on for some of you. I kind of see a few romance energies around you. One of them very interested in, one of them not so much, okay? Because we have mutual attraction and unrequited attraction. So what I feel is like those of you who are talking to a couple of people, or you may be meeting some new people over this course of this next 3 weeks, it's like you really are feeling a connection to one and not so much a connection to this other energy. And it's like somebody's getting very jealous and insecure. Or Taurus, you could feel like, somebody that you're interested in, it's like 1 minute they seem interested in you, and then the next minute it's almost like they're not. And so it kind of has you in a place of like, what's really going on here? So for you guys, I'm actually going to pull 3 more of these for deeper clarification before I move on to the next deck, because I'm like, what is this, Spirit? I want to make sure I capture this properly. Okay, so we have a friend zone. We have growing closer. And we have a reigniting connection. Okay, well, that kind of helps a little bit. So, Taurus, listen, I really feel those of you who are just kind of dating, you're not really committed anywhere. You may have been like, trying to really see where a new romance would go, a newer person, like you feel like you guys are kind of growing closer. However, there's somebody that comes back into your world. Okay, I have to say that. So some of you, for real, it's like you're with somebody new, but there's no commitment. There is no commitment yet. Okay, because we have friend zone here. So it's like we're getting to know each other. We're spending time together, and we are starting to grow closer. Okay. But through that process, Taurus, it's like there is somebody who returns, and that I feel could be where now maybe you were always hoping for that person to return, but now that you have this going on, it's like you decide you no longer want that person, okay? Or it could be that when this person shows up, it really changes your heart and soul about this person you're growing closer with, okay? I mean, this is a general read, so you really have to apply this to how it fits and resonates for you. You will know if there's somebody, if you're dating somebody and you have this reigniting connection, like, boom, you're gonna, I mean, that's your message right there. I don't know. I honestly, Taurus, I feel like you want the new person. Like that's more of what's going on here. Like it's the unrequited is coming from, you know, it's somebody from the past trying to come in. Now, Taurus, another way this could be spun is where, you know, somebody in the past that rejected you or you rejected them is returning into your reality, and this time around it's actually a mutual attraction, and it starts by like this friendship, this connecting friendship, okay? And it's like you guys just grow closer, kind of like, whoa, how'd that happen? All right. Those of you that are in existing commitments, what I see here is, you know, you guys have really been struggling to agree on something with mutual attraction and then unrequited attraction. It's not so much about like, you know, being interested in each other. I feel like there is something between the two of you where you just can't reach middle ground. Like you cannot agree whatsoever, and it's causing friction. It's causing jealousy, and it could have to do with one of you being friends with an ex. Okay, and it just really upsets the other person and is like, no, absolutely not. So those of you who are in union, Taurus, I definitely feel like there is some issue that you guys haven't been able to, you know, understand each other. And I really feel like it has to do with one of your exes for some reason, okay? Now, what I see is like the ex is just a friend, like there's nothing else going on there, okay? And under reigniting connection, it's unrequited attraction. So those of you in existing connections where there's this issue of like ex energy or something that you guys just haven't been able to see eye to eye to agree upon, this Venus and Mars reunion in the 7th house, I feel is actually going to bring you guys the clarity, understanding, all of those things, the solutions. So, Taurus, let's pull some more cards here. All right, so we have admiration. We have twin flame kundalini. We have maturity. We have intense bonding. And lastly, we have deep regret. Okay, Taurus, yeah. So listen, those of you in union, in commitments, I really feel like you guys are finally going to get over some old issue where it's like you guys just could not see eye to eye no matter what. And who was being really mean and stubborn about it is actually because, you know, Venus is the divine feminine energy, and she's been very empowered through her movement through the 6th house, and now like kind of wearing the pants, I feel, in the 7th house. It's really getting, you know, both the male and female people partners in relationships to be connected into the divine feminine energy, which is empathy, compassion, connection, all of those things. And so both man and woman is feeling that. And so whoever was really just being a jerk about this issue is filled with regret and remorse, and has through this Pisces full moon, that cycle completing, there's a lot of wisdom coming forth from the soul, expanding the consciousness, and they're understanding and they're seeing things from a much different perspective. And therefore I feel with Twin Flame Kundalini, it allows you guys to finally meet on common ground and resolve whatever this standing issue is, and you guys grow much closer. Okay, now Taurus, listen, I really feel those of you who are single or just kind of dating around, you're gonna have your hands full. I feel there's more than one person around you, okay? Some of you, it may be like you get some confessions of romance with admiration right there. Also with that deep regret, and that sits right on top of reigniting connection. Either somebody who rejected you is really feeling, you know, remorseful about it, or somebody you rejected, like you're like, oh my God, no, I should have never done that. Like there's this element of emotional expansion and maturity that's taking place over these next 3 weeks from that Pisces full moon energy. Okay, and so if it was somebody again who rejected you, they are remorseful for it now, Taurus. Like they see things from a much different perspective. Or this could be where you are like, oh my God, why did I, you know, ghost that person or reject them or not give them a real chance? Like, why was I hung up on this other person? It's like, you know, having the eyes of love and seeing each of, you know, your potential romances through different perceptions than you have in the past. All right. And, man, Taurus, singles, you guys are ready. I see some of you getting into some commitments here. Absolutely, for sure. It's like the connection is just too strong. You guys grow close very quickly with each other. Okay, so let's pull some tarot dice. All right, so we've got the Five of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups. Ooh, nice. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Hanged Man. And you guys also have this Empress, okay? So there's that divine feminine empowerment, whether you are man or woman, okay? Your divine feminine energy is really operating strong over these next 3 weeks. So if you're sensitive, you're really feeling things, you want to confess your heart and soul, it's Venus, okay? It is Venus. Now, Taurus, listen, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune here, it is, something is complete, maturity, it's ready. It's time to begin the new with the Ace of Cups there. And like I said, those of you just kind of dating, this is where we are getting in a commitment. It's time for that. And there's some internal struggle for some of you guys. And again, it may be like between a couple different people. Like, do I go this way? Do I go that way? You're, you know, feeling somebody new, somebody old shows back up, and it's like, which way do I go? Because there is an element of sacrifice for some of you, okay? But ultimately, Taurus, with that Hanged Man there, that's a shift in perception. And for some of you, this is either your partner that you are already committed to, you know, whoever's been just being a real jerk and stubborn about this issue that exists in between. Like they finally see it differently, okay? Very tapped into their divine feminine energies and feeling regretful, remorseful, a bit of shame for what they've done, what they've said, wanting to apologize, wanting to make it better. And that's, again, either, you know, somebody that your partner or Taurus, this could be you. This is a general read, so it can go either way, all right? But I definitely see couples finally being able to move beyond some long-standing issue where they haven't been able to agree or see eye to eye, and it's like it's finally happening where they come together and they understand each other, okay? Dating, not committed, I do see you guys getting committed and having some choices here, not just like with one person, or if you've really been trying for one person and it's been kind of this back and forth, it's like that person is really going to decide. It looks like they decide, yes, Taurus, I want to be with you, you know, but again, this is a general reading, so what I want to tell you is that person that's been kind of back and forth, they finally make their decision because they're very connected in to their heart space, okay? So let's pull some more cards. All right, so the World, there's your completion. Once again, Taurus, major cycle completing for you guys, and it's affecting your romantic life for sure. I mean, you know, Venus does also rule you guys, but this Pisces full moon feels very powerful. Oh my gosh, you guys got the Wheel of Fortune again. Yes, it is time for this shift. It is time for this change. Whatever it is in regards to love and romance, Taurus, it is time. Oh my gosh, and now you guys got the moon. The moon card in the tarot represents Pisces. So this Pisces full moon is very powerful for you guys as well. Could also be that you're dealing with a Pisces. Next out is the Nine of Swords. There's a lot of fear. But also sitting under the Hanged Man, that's that shift in perception, that shift in consciousness, okay? That willingness to let go of or sacrifice what needs to happen, what needs to be done, no longer in internal conflict. Last out, Three of Wands, something you've long awaited for, okay? Taurus, listen, this is beautiful. You got three major arcana coming out. You have three major arcana up here. Look, the first three out, major arcana, two minors. These two minors, three majors. Okay, so I love that. That's to me a mirroring of energy between you and your partner, or the partner that you are about to like really grow close to quite quickly. And it is time. Taurus, also with the World and the Wheel of Fortune, this particular partner, they could live in like a different state, different country. There could be distance between the two of you, and one of you could be relocating, and that's what the sacrifice is about. All right. But also with this pairing, Taurus, major life lessons completing for you with this Pisces full moon. Big cycle completion. Kind of on two fronts. I feel romance and elsewhere, okay? It could also be about finances and assets and job, because you guys are the ruler of the second house. Venus also rules you guys, and since you have two wheels here, it could be talking about your finances, your career, your assets, as well as your romantic relationships. You're completing big cycles in those two areas of your life, and now you have this ace coming in. It's time for the new, long-awaited changes, okay? It's time to fall in love. It's time to be in love. It's time to understand each other. A lot of emotion and depth, okay, between you and another person over these next 3 weeks, where we're talking, we're sharing ourselves, heart and soul, real and raw, Taurus, okay? Long waited for, anticipated. So those are your messages for this Venus energy, Taurus. I am wishing you guys all the very best. Take care.